Hi, I'm Janice Tuck, and today I just want to ask you one quick question. So how are you going in your primary or elementary music lessons? Now, I ask this because I know a lot of teachers are experiencing frustration. Ongoing frustrations such as large class sizes, insufficient resources, and behaviour management are all well-known challenges in the classroom, and the challenges I've experienced myself. Well, the one thing I do know is that when I had a structure to work from, which was a program of about 10 to 15 fun and educational activities that fitted my curriculum requirements, I could follow without even having to think about it. It made the whole process of dealing with all these other issues so much easier. So today, I'd love to share this structure with you. We've created a structure in our new Whiteboard music lessons program. And at the end of this video, you'll have a chance to look at it in more detail. Now, we've spent hundreds of hours scouring the most well-known music curriculum in the world. We've looked at the MENC standards in the United States, the key stage requirements in the UK, and the various national curriculums of other countries too. Now, while there are a few minor differences, what we've found is that all the curriculums have certain core elements which are consistent throughout. In this video, I'd like to share with you the structure that I've used to create lessons in our Whiteboard music programs. And it consists of 10 essential elements of primary or elementary music. Now, the first key element that any primary or elementary music program is going to need is some singing. We all know that it's important to have good songs that fall easily within the children's vocal range. And it's also really great to have songs that have easy to do fun actions to go along with them. Often this will be the opening of the lesson that will get the kids involved in the music, and as they enjoy the song more because of the actions, they'll start singing it too. The second element that we found that is consistent for any primary or elementary music curriculum is being able to play rhythms on untuned percussion. There are a great many types of simple percussion instruments available, and as a teacher, if you're not controlled in the way you go about using them, you can quite literally end up with one big headache. Because in essence it's a very simple thing to hit a tambourine or play a triangle or shake a maraca, you need to have a lot of structured activities that sound good to keep the interest there. The third element that is needed is a chance for the students to experience playing a melody instrument. Now, in some schools there are loads of xylophones and tuned percussion instruments. In some schools there are guitars and ukuleles, and in others there are keyboards and pianos. So it doesn't really matter what instrument it is. The thing that matters is getting the students to experience some form of melodic instrument. So we've covered singing and playing tuned and untuned percussion instruments. So what else is there that is going to guarantee success as a music program in any primary or elementary school? Well, the fourth element that is vital for success in schools is the creative component. It's important that we foster and encourage our children to be creative, but just how do we go about doing that? Luckily, now we have the technology of the interactive whiteboard, which allows us to do some amazing things with composition. We can graphically represent music on the board, and students can move bars around and create their own pieces and hear what they sound like. Another important element is the theory component. Being able to read and notate music is really important, but no one wants to get too bogged down in too much music theory. Backing up knowledge learned on a worksheet helps reinforce knowledge for students, and they can take it home and visually see their progress. The sixth component is developing their rhythm skills. Learning to play in time is a very important skill for any musician. These are important foundations for any music program. Now, next is that dreaded music appreciation. This is so huge in some music curriculums around the world that there is actually 4 MENC standards that relate to it. we want to expose our students to as much music as possible and give them the tools and discipline to be able to sit through music performances by inspiring them to want to hear and understand what they are hearing. So what else is there? We've covered singing, playing, composing and listening with a little bit of theory thrown in, but there must be more. Now we've forgotten that music is mostly not an individual activity. Learning to play as an ensemble is where the real benefits of music are really learned. So wouldn't it be great to introduce just a little bit of ensemble playing into the lessons at a primary or elementary level? Now I'm not talking about doing big band arrangements, perhaps just 2 or 3 parts that the students can see how they can fit together. Developing their ears becomes very important as the music students grow up. So why don't we start at the primary or elementary level too? If it's structured as a puzzle or a game, then it becomes much easier and much more fun for everyone involved. The last element, which is a part of my structure for any music lesson, is not something that specifically meets any curriculum standard. However, it does meet the needs of all the children. And it's a game. We all know how powerful games can be as learning tools. A student can often learn more from a game than what they'd ever learn being lectured in a traditional format. And by the way, games don't need to be tucked away on the back computer. They should be out the front of the class and truly interactive as the whole class. So I hope you've enjoyed my rundown of these 10 essential elements to any primary or elementary music curriculum. It's very easy for me to say, however, I know that it's much harder for a teacher to come up with all these different ideas in all these areas. So today I want to make it really simple for you. We've got a program below that meets the needs of all these outcomes and more, and it's got 14 structured lessons with loads of activities. Over these last few weeks, we've given out heaps of individual activities, and if you're on our mailing list, you're sure to have received some of them. But that is nothing like experiencing the entire curriculum that will run seamlessly from the beginning of a lesson to the end. However, today, I'd like you to go away and try the entire program. Go ahead and click the Autumn button below, and you can get this program for just $99 for the entire system. Now, I am so confident that you'll find everything that you're looking for in this program, that I want to take the entire risk myself. If you don't feel that this is far more value than you could ever have dreamed of, then I insist that you contact us for a full 100% refund. There'll be no questions asked. Now, of course you can go ahead and leave this page, and you may well come back later. But in reality, I know that most people, if they do that, they lose the opportunity. They don't remember what website they were on, and by the time that they really need it, they spend their preparation time searching for something that they can't possibly find, and they end up getting really frustrated. Now, it's cost us years of research, thousands of dollars, and hundreds of hours to develop this whole program. But you can get it for around about $7 a lesson, which is hardly more than the cost of a school lunch. So go ahead and click on the order button below. I can't wait to hear your feedback and get your input as we continue to develop these exciting resources.